What's going on YouTube, and thanks for coming back for another video. But in today's video, I'm actually not going to be doing yard work today, but instead I'm actually going to be working on something in the garage to kind of organize a little bit more. And I thought you guys might want to see that, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the whole process, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But yeah, let's go take a look. Alright guys, so this is currently the little setup I have in my garage. As you can see, it's not too neat. So what I decided to do was, hey, let me build a shelf so I can, put these products higher up. Especially me, I have two little ones and they like to get into everything, and you don't really want your kids getting into these kind of chemicals. So I'm gonna build a shelf. I'm gonna put it right here in this wall, a little bit higher, so this way it's harder for them to get into it. So I'm gonna go take you through the whole process. All right, so let's get right into it. All right guys, so I'm gonna show you all the equipment we're gonna need to build a shelf. All of this you could actually find at Home Depot. That's where I found everything at. Right here is a shelf, depending on how long you want it. This one I believe is 36 inches. And then you're gonna need the brackets, some screws. I believe these are 2-inch screws and these are 3/4 inch. Leveler and the drill gun. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is find a stud in your wall. You could do that using the stud finder if you guys have one, or if you guys don't, you could always do the old knock on the wall trick. So for example right here, you can hear it's more hollow, and then once you hear where the stud's at, you hear that? So the noise difference, this one's hollow, this one's not. So if you're not 100% sure this is their stud, before you actually drill the screws in, what I like to do is I use this like a tiny nail, and I'll just hammer it in real quick just to ensure that the stud is in this section. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Yeah, so as you can see, the stud's right here. So we're good to go. Alright guys, so now that we determine our stud, we're gonna go ahead and use this as a guide. So what we're gonna do is from here, we're gonna measure 16 inches going this way, and that should be our next stud. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing I did over here. I'm going to put a small nail just to ensure that it's there, okay? So let's go ahead and measure it. 16 inches right here. Go ahead and hammer it in, make sure it's in there. Yep. So we're good to go on that one. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to measure another 16 inches to go on this way, okay? Depending on how long you want your shelf, that determines how many brackets you're going to need. For example, this one I believe is going to need 3. So I'm going to do this 3 times. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the next one. Alright guys, so now that we found out where all our studs are going to be at, next we're going to add the brackets. So right now you're going to want to, this is where you're going to determine how high you're going to want your bracket or how low. It's up to you. I'm going to put mine a little high just to make sure that the kids can't get to it. So I'm going to put mine right here, and I'm going to use this leveler to make sure it's even. I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so now that we see it's even, I'm going to go ahead and mark the holes right here first. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and start drilling. Alright guys, so now that we have our holes marked, we're ready to drill. And right now would be a good time to go ahead and remove this nail. And then once we're done setting up, we could just use a simple, like a putty, just to cover up these holes, and you won't even notice they were there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start screwing these in. Alright guys, so we went in and finished screwing that in, and it's nice and secure. So we're gonna go ahead and add the other brackets. So the way I'm gonna do it, especially if you're working by yourself, you could do this if you like. You're gonna put the shelf on top, along with your leveler. And then you're just gonna go ahead and move your bracket. Just to where this is leveled on top right here. Okay, so right there it's leveled, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark the holes. Okay, so now we're ready to screw that in. Alright guys, so I got the second one screwed in, so we're gonna do the same thing we did earlier. We're gonna put the shelf on top with your leveler, get your last bracket. Make sure it's nice and level before you mark the area. And right there's level, let's go ahead and mark it. Okay. Now we're good to screw this last one in, okay? Alright guys, so now we got all the brackets in on the wall. We're gonna go ahead and screw the shelf down. So if you'd like, you can mark the holes if you like, just in case you're having to move it or whatever. But I'm just gonna go ahead and set it where I like it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just screw them in right now. Alright guys, now that we're all completed, all we need to do now is go ahead and load up our product on top, and then we'll be all set. Alright guys, so here's the finished product, and as you can see, it looks a lot nicer than where I used to have all my stuff at. So I know this is going to be a great addition to our garage. So if you like seeing videos like this, please let me know in the comments below, and maybe in the future I can make some more of these videos for you. But for today, that's going to be it. And I hope you guys liked and enjoyed this. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.